We're going to do an exercise in watching our thoughts. A kind of traditional mindfulness meditation in the context of shepherds and sheep. So we're going to notice our thoughts, observe them, identify them in the same way that shepherds know their sheep. So we can imagine that we're sitting outside where we have a perspective on things, and that there are a number of different pastures around us, that we're shepherds, and we're going to be directing the sheep into particular pastures. Okay? And there's a number of options. And these are places where categories of thoughts go. One of the pastures could be body and health. Another pasture might be family, friends, relationships, work, goals, problems, money, play, news, the world. There are different categories. And so when you notice a thought come up, when a sheep approaches you as the shepherd, you notice this one's was on the news. This goes over there. This one's about family. This goes over there. And so you just send it to the appropriate place and you keep watching. You return to being an observer, a witness of the activity of your mind. You sit in the dark, kind of observing. You have a kind of perspective on, as if looking at the town of Bethlehem, you have a looking at the town of Rochester, looking at the town where you live, and you have a perspective on it and yourself and your life there. So, take a moment now to allow yourself to become an observer. Be comfortable. Be alert. Notice any activity of your mind. Imagine that you're like a shepherd watching the sheep coming in to the pastures. And as they come in, you identify the sheep. You identify the thoughts and send it to the appropriate place. You're putting them away. You're storing them. Rather than getting caught up with them, you're setting them aside, putting them in their place. There may be some thoughts that come up that have no place, predators, and you say, no, there's no room for you here. So, sit, watch, observe. Identify your thoughts and put them in their place and return to being a witness. Return to being the shepherd that is watching, guiding, and guarding the thoughts. Open and receptive to love's inspiration. Sitting in the silence, sitting in that inner darkness, managing your thoughts, available to love's inspiration. In the silence. In the silence. Having spent time in the silence, what would you remember from this time? What would you take with you back to your awake, active state? Is there an idea of something to think or say or do? Is there someone to see? Is there something to be? Deepen your breathing. Bring awareness back to your body-mind system. Bring your awareness back to here and now. Conscious, responsible, as a shepherd that watches, guides, and guards your thoughts, that takes you to the light of the world. We give thanks. We give thanks. Amen and amen.